Oh, I have no idea. I just know I do talk a lot.
Oh, that whole accent thing is just delicious, isn't it?
I like your use of delicious. It's quite nice.
Where are you from? I mean, I know you were born in Dublin. Is that kind of a mix of different places?
I'm born right in the middle of Dublin in a place called the Liberties.
Because your voice on air, it's kind of a little bit American, obviously Irish, but it's such a beautiful sound. Do you work on that accent, or do you just do what comes out?
Oh no, just what comes out. I talk the same as the rest of my family.
Because there's nothing worse, is it, than hearing those acts when they do karaoke and suddenly they become transatlantic and sounding like a New Yorker.
No, I know, it's strange. The voice that comes out when I sing, I suppose it's neutral. There wouldn't be, I don't try to have an American accent or an Irish accent. I just sing with whatever comes out. I suppose I'm probably influenced. A lot of the music that I'm listening to is American, and a lot of it is Irish as well. So I don't know, it just comes out the way it comes out. But I don't try to do anything really.
I'm trying to think of how to describe what you do. It's a bit folky, a bit bluesy. It's got a lot of guitars in it, and it's got you obviously singing over the top. Just a lovely sound. Were you always able to do it? Were you born singing?
Yes. My mother said I came out singing, so I've been singing for a long time. I come from a very musical family, so I'm very lucky in that way. I was always encouraged, and the kids still, my nieces and nephews, are really encouraged, just not even to sing, just if there's a party on, everybody has to have a party piece. It's good old-fashioned sing songs, and if the kids want to have a story or, do, say a poem or a dance or anything, and it's good for kids, I suppose, to have that little few minutes of the whole room's attention. I have there are some beautiful poems that I do love, I have to say. What could I do for you? There's one that I used to love. It was one that the nuns taught me. That it was a really nice one. Do you want to hear that? Or is it
Go ahead. No, it'd be lovely.
I see his face upon the rose, and in the stars the glory of his eyes. His body gleams amid eternal snows. His tears fall from his eyes. I see his face. I can keep going. There's about three verses.
No, go ahead. I could listen to you all day, love. Don't you worry about that.
I see his face in every flower. The thunder and the singing of the birds are but his voice. I'm gone now.
Don't worry. Why don't you put that to music? I was thinking more along the lines of I stood on the bridge at midnight, my lips were all a quiver, I gave a cough, my leg fell off and floated up the river. You gave a much more classy version.
I love that better. I can't remember the one. God, the nuns would kill me if they were listening to me now. Isn't that terrible?
That's lovely, isn't it?
I like your one. That's
Mary had a little lamb, her father shot it dead. Now it goes to school with her between two chunks of bread. There's a nice one. Do you want any more? Tell me about the nuns. I mean, did you end up going a bit square for a while? Because I always imagine that there ain't much laughing going on when there's nuns and monks involved.
Oh no, the nuns are great. I went to school, just the Holy Faith convent school in the Coombe, all girls school, and it was great. Same as any. Well, to be honest with you, I hated school, but same as any school. Nuns are the same as normal people. Some of them were absolutely miserable, and some of them were absolutely hilarious, same as anybody else. So.
How old were you before you first met a boy then? About 18, 19 or something?
My parents were very strict on me. They said I had to finish my studies, so it taught me to be sneaky.
Well, I was going to be really inappropriate and ask you out on a date, but I don't know now. I might scare you. I'm Ginger for a start. Have you ever seen one of those before?
You what?
Ginger.
Oh, are you? Oh, I like red hair. I think it's gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah, I have a nephew with really, really gorgeous red hair, and he's beautiful. I love red hair.
I'm in with a chance then.
So no, you're not, because I'm married and my husband's huge and he'll kill you.
Never mind about that. Let's not let semantics get in the way of a good interview. You've been working with so many brilliant people, from U2 to Eric Clapton to Van Morrison, Scissor Sisters, Lionel Richie. Across the board, people seem to think you're quite good. Is that a nice compliment?
Yeah, it's great. It's really nice, especially when you're. I mean, I haven't worked at U2 or Scissor Sisters. Some of them things people put on there, and you're passing each other by on stages and saying hello. But I have been absolutely delighted to work with some fantastic people.
So which one of those are true then? Let's cross them off the list. U2, did you work with those?
No, they said we shared a stage with each other because we're on a TV show together.
Well, that's rubbish. That's like me saying I did the Radio 2 breakfast show and I handed Terry Wogan a coffee. I mean, you can't say that.
No, I know.
Let's get...
But we did pass... I did have a good laugh, but yeah, get rid of that.
Just get rid of that, yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah, so we have... I did get to work with Jeff Beck, and I've been working with him, and that's a fantastic name, as people say, to work with. But for me, it's the person. He's absolutely fantastic and unbelievably talented and a gem. I mean, England should be absolutely delighted to have him living and breathing in this country. He's so talented, and I was delighted to be asked to sing on his album Emotion and Commotion. He asked me to sing Lilac Wine, and I was absolutely delighted to do so, and then he asked me to sing on the Royal Albert Hall, and I was singing Hi Ho Silver Lining with him and Dave Gilmore, which was
how cool is that?
I know, that was I have to say that was probably one of the coolest moments.
Well, other than talking to me, of course.
Other than talking to you.
Yeah, you used to do the clubs, and I'm fascinated by this, because a girl who was surrounded by nuns for most of your life to then be flung into the Brussels Club or whatever in Dublin, it must have been quite an interesting learning curve.
Yeah, it was great. It was absolutely brilliant. I was very young to be going there, but I went with my brothers and sisters, so they took care of me, and all the musicians were really good. I think a lot of them kind of took me under their wing because I was so young. I suppose it was quite unusual to see a 16-year-old singing blues, with her eyes shut, and they were really sweet. I did see an awful lot. And there was an awful lot of good fun, and there was nothing nasty or anything. It was great fun.
Very finally, the one man that you have caught the attention of is Jools Holland, and let's face it, if you're a proper musician, you want his approval, don't you? He thinks you're very good. When you get on a show like that, does it make you realise you've arrived?
No, it didn't make me realise I'd arrived. I was just... I was very nervous, and I was very happy to be asked to be on it. I did realise how important the show was, so that's what made me nervous. I thought, God, I hope I don't fall down or anything stupid, and you start thinking irrational thoughts like that. But to get the thumbs up from Jools Holland alone, whether being on the show or not, was absolutely brilliant for me, because I've been a fan of his for many, many years. He's a terrific musician and a terrific champion of music. And that show itself as well is brilliant. So he asked us on the radio show first, which I was delighted to be on, and ever since we went on that and the TV show, it all went absolutely crazy.
Imelda, I love you very much. Your sound is totally unique and brilliant and proper music. Go and get the new album, which is called...
Mayhem.
Thank you. And if we can plug your website, it is...
Oh, that's me, imeldamay.com.
Yeah, you see, this will sound great when it edits together. No, the idea is, you see, I do the setup, then you do the plug, then none of us can get in trouble, can we? I'm a big fan of yours, and will you come on again?
Yes, I'd absolutely love to.
Very nice. And no chance of you becoming Imelda Belfield then, or anything like that? No?
Well, you can talk to my husband.
All right. No, I don't want to tell you. He's the last person I want to speak to.
Take care of yourself.